Alright, I kinda made a mistake. I looked at a walkthrough to make sure I hadn't missed the Anvil of Fury, because I thought I had, and sure enough, I had. Remember this big peninsula right in the middle with all the goat man archers? Yeah, you see this? This is the Anvil of Fury. I was right here and I didn't do anything about it, so that's just me being blind. I apologize.
I need to get this to Griswold.
I am the sorcerer, and I have overwrought voice acting. I would make Sir Ian McKellen roll over in his grave if he was dead, but he is still alive. Excuse me, Griswold!
Oh, I can hardly believe it! This is the Anvil of Fury! Good work, my friend. Now, we'll show those bastards that there are no weapons in hell more deadly than those made by men. Take this, and may light protect you.
Thank you, Griswold. I have a feeling I'm just going to sell this right back to you after I identify it. To this money-grubbing bastard.
Hello, my friend.
Stay a while and listen.
I'm not going to use an axe, even though that's pretty nice. I'm not going to use a club, even though plus 20 to magic would obviously be good for me. You know, I might actually just use that. And first of all, let's take a look at Griswold's Edge. Fire hit damage 1 to 10 on top of the 4 to 12. Fast attack, mana plus 20, hit points minus 20. How many hit points do I have? 89 max. I only need to boost my strength by 1, too. There's also this Club of Sorcery, which is not bad. Hell, I might actually want this. It's got fast attack, so the slow attack that the sorcerer has would pretty much be nullified. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna maybe hang on to this. I'm gonna put that in my inventory, sell everything else.
Well, what can I do for you?
But yeah, that's not a bad thing for me to be using. That's actually pretty good. It's not like I'm using this Warrior's Staff of Flash very much. I mean, well, it is helping my to hit a great deal. Well, tell you what. I'm gonna up my strength by 1 and put the rest into dexterity so that my 2 hit is a little better. And my armor class, too. Yeah. That sounds like a good plan. And I'm gonna go over and visit the sorceress again. See if she has any more books for me this time around, and buy a bunch of mana potions, because this is the sorcerer's life force. If it weren't for Adria, the sorcerer would die instantly all the time. That would be no fun.
I sense a soul
Yeah,
in search of answers.
You sense a soul in search of answers. Apparently, I'm just constantly in search of answers. That's a lot of mana potions, but as you have seen, it is also pretty necessary to have a lot. I'll use them quickly enough. You know I will, too. You know I will. Alright. And since I have a little bit of backtracking to do, I will meet you back down on level 12, where we will finish the caves. Wow, we're getting close to the end of this game. Alright, I'm back, and ooh, look at that. We've got some more story time. Crisscross applesauce time, bitches. Oh, that's what they're called, Deathwing. But yes, let me kill these guys first, especially this shooter. Lava Maw! Okay. Great, we've got these poison shooters, and now they're immune to fire. That's just wonderful. And of course we go back to these folks that are only susceptible to fire.
The fates are conspiring against me.
Anyway, let's read the Black King.
Hail and sacrifice to Diablo, Lord of terror and destroyer of souls. When I awoke my master from his sleep, he attempted to possess a mortal's form. Diablo attempted to claim the body of King Leoric, but my master was too weak from his imprisonment. My lord required a simple and innocent anchor to this world, and so found the boy Albrecht to be perfect for the task. While the good King Leoric was left maddened by Diablo's unsuccessful possession, I kidnapped his son Albrecht and brought him before my master. I now await Diablo's call and pray that I will be rewarded when he at last emerges as the lord of this world.
Creepy, and also lore-tastic. But it's not a quest. It sounds like a quest. But Albrecht is not, in fact, a quest. He is apparently not worthy of a quest. Also, I actually need to heal. How pathetic. This is what happens when you forget to put up your mana shields. I'll grab that Scroll of Inferno, thank you very much. Ah! And here we have the Succubus, which... If this game were any more detailed, or if you could see a little better, I would not be allowed to post this on YouTube. Because you're seeing that right. They naked. They completely naked. They got big titties that be hanging out. There be nothing covering them. My friend growing up always used to get the I haven't actually gotten this this spell yet, but there's a spell called Stone Curse, which I think it's called Stone Curse, Stone something, which turns enemies to stone. So he would always get it so that they were facing the camera. This is when we were very young. He would always get it so that they were facing the camera, and he'd turn them to stone and just look at the titties and laugh at them. Yes. He was very mature. Die, you succubus. The word suck is part of your title. You must be slutty. That and, I mean, my god, look at those titties. Titties! I'm gonna stop saying that now. Oh, yes! Yes, alright. Stop standing in the acid. That is not a smart place to stand. You know, I'm not gonna risk trying to melee those to death until I can tell just how likely I am to actually do anything against them. And there we go. I have knockback, I have more mana, which is nice. I have a greatly heightened to hit percent. 98%, holy crap. And look at that, like, I've got a regular attack speed. That is a really nice... You know, I was not expecting to use that sword, but that was before I realized what it does. Knockback's also nice for a sorcerer, because a sorcerer doesn't want people surrounding him, obviously. Oh lord, we've got Witchfire the Unholy over here. A special succubus, who I fear may be immune to my fire. I can at least take out everybody else with it. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's doing much to her, does it? But that's hurting her. I can hear it. Oops. Well, that's what Chain Lightning does. It's basically lightning, except it's auto-targeting, and for some reason she's sort of just standing there letting me do this, so I get her nice bastard sword. And a robe. I want this robe. I don't have room for the robe because of all my potions. Well, I can make room. God, I've been using potions. I've got room in my belt. Jeez. moron. I'm not talking to you. I'm my lovely, lovely viewer. I am talking to myself. For once, I am not insulting my viewers. I am insulting myself. I know, it only happens once in a blue moon. Actually, it happens all the time. What am I talking about? Self-deprecating humor at his finest on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, my God, just look at my my Silent Hill 2 videos. It's self-deprecating to even post those. And the Amnesia videos are going to be exactly the same way. That is you are totally laughing at me, not with me, but it's okay, because I'm still laughing too. Continuing on into the very bowels of hell. You know, why is it called the very bowels of hell? What very means extremely, right? So that's like saying the extremely bowels of hell, but that doesn't make any sense. And yet we use the word that way. It's like into the very bowels of hell, and everybody knows what you're talking about when you say that. Like, that makes grammatical sense. It doesn't, but it does. It's kind of weird. It's weird grammar that I don't understand. Old-timey English, I suppose. The nice thing is, even when I miss, my fire attack still hits. You can see it exploding even when I miss. Which is not often, because I've got a 95% to hit. 98, excuse me. And even, maybe the knockback only works sometimes. I'm noting this. Why is it taking so long to kill you? God, you don't have that many hit points. Or do you? Yeah, let's just take you out with some spells of my own. If I can even hit you. There we go. I need to learn my lesson from way back at the butcher. Don't aim directly for them when they're moving. Because that doesn't work. Thank you for staying nice and stationary. That is one nice thing about shooters in this game. They may be obnoxious as all hell, but at least they stand still. They don't know how to dodge. These guys, they fly around all over the place. You almost have to melee them to death sometimes because they just get so damn obnoxious with their evasive maneuvers when you're trying to shoot them. But you know, as a rogue, you have unlimited ammo, and so it really doesn't make a difference as a rogue. Rogue's just overpowered.
I have no room.
Which is why I'm doing the sorcerer in the first place, which I don't regret at all. I mean, it's something unique. People have been saying, you should have picked the warrior. No, I really shouldn't have, because everybody picks the warrior. I don't want to do what everybody does. That's boring. Boring like the Nostalgia Critics song in the review of that movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger has a baby. Literally. Like, gets pregnant and has a baby. Apparently that movie's pretty boring compared to its premise, which doesn't sound like it would be boring. It sounds like it would be bad, but entertainingly so. No, apparently it's just boring. He made a song about it, so it must be true. Of course, there's a song for everything nowadays. I've made up songs about everything. Case in point, I've made up a song about everything, including making songs up about everything. I've made a song about everything. I'm even writing a musical. And there are, like, political songs in it about politics and sorcery and fantasy lands. More on that later. I didn't really hit that low note, did I? Fail. Fail. Epic fail. This is kind of fun. I get to pretend I'm a warrior here as I'm attacking all these guys with Griswold's Edge. It's kind of fun to pretend I'm a warrior when I'm totally not. Not by any stretch of the imagination, not in any game. Even when I play warrior classes like in Oblivion or something, I always end up training up my magic. Or in Morrowind, I always end up training up some school of magic. Alright! Well, that was a relatively painless level 12, too. I didn't even die. Cool. But before I go, first I'll deal with these guys. Which shouldn't be too hard, there's not that many of them. There we go. And is there anything else? Oh, there is more. There is more. I spoke a little too soon. I can still save. Saving is good. Just like food in Gauntlet Legends. I made that joke already. Come on now. Let's not start repeating ourselves. Let's not start repeating ourselves. That was a cheap joke and you know it, KVM. It was dumb, it was cheap, it was a joke anyone could have made. Be original, damn it! I am original.
Not enough mana.
No wonder the Firebolt works better on them. Their lowest amount of mana is 60.
Where would I put this?
That's quite a bit for a lowest amount. I mean, their lowest amount of hit points. The weakest ones have 60 hit points. That's pretty beastly. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't pick up that short battle bow, did I? There was a blue short battle bow. Oh well, not like I'm gonna use a bow. And right before I go down to level 13, I will teleport up, identify and sell some things, show them if they're interesting. Probably still show them even if they're not, because I'm getting lazy with the editing recently. Y'all don't care. No one's complained. You only care if people start complaining, and even then, many of your complaints are totally invalid. And do not need to be voiced. Fucking bitches. Oh my god! That's a lot of gargoyles. I'll make short work of them. Oh, field plate. Wow. Totally pointless for me, but hey, any warriors want to just sort of jump into my single-player game, be my guest if you can figure out how. It's not like that's something that you'll really need anyway. Might as well just grab this buckler just so that I have something there. Yeah, armor 5, why not? I've got a free slot. I'll use it until something better comes up. I'm totally not used to using one-handed weapons with a sorcerer because usually I stick to staves. Elixir of Vitality. Could have been better, but hey, I got an Elixir of Vitality, and those are always good. Someone said they thought those were only in Hellfire, but I looked them up. No, they're in Diablo as well, like the Elixirs of Magic, Vitality, Dexterity, and Strength. They're definitely in this game. I mean, there's proof. I'm not playing this with the expansion, and there they are. Alright, so before we go into the extremely bowels of hell, take a minute, take inventory, save, though I'm just going to do that again, so that was kind of useless, and I'll go up and sell some crap. I'll buy a... You know what? None of this stuff's going to be interesting. I'm just going to sign out here. We went through a relatively painless cave section after... I guess it was the game was making up for how hard...
Hello, my friend.
Stay a while and listen.
None of this stuff is interesting. That Robe of Sorcery is mildly interesting, but Arcane's Valor is so much better I can't even... I accidentally the whole thing.
Well, what can I do for you?
You can buy stuff. My god, I have too much money. Anyway, I'll do all the rest of this stuff off screen, and when I return, I will be in the extremely bowels of hell,
my friend?
and we will have super happy fun times in hell. Until then, this has been KBM Vengeful as always. I'm very glad the game decided to take mercy on me after that hellish experience in level 10. And I will see you next time at level 13. See ya!